In this exciting episode of Exciting Efforts, I had to kick the door open to the house, and we're gonna fix that, at least partially. So when we bought this house, it had this lock on it, and this lock only works if the battery is good, and only about half works anyway. And one fateful day, me and Evelyn came home and the door would not open, and it wasn't deadbolted, but we couldn't get that locked entry. The key, the push button wouldn't work. So we could not get in the house. So I kicked the door open because we had to get in the house. And the back door just has a passage knob, but we never got a key for either of these doors because the homeowner said he didn't have a key because he just used the number on the front. So this 11-year-old is going to show you how, except he took this all apart without having any idea what it is. So step one, don't do that.
Don't let the packaging
open
explode.
the package without any plan of what to do with the stuff. Step one is to take the old one off. Wait, no. So we are going to eventually replace the broken door, but for now we're going to replace.
That's it.
Make sure that you're loosening as you screw in, as you unscrew it. We are going to eventually replace the door, but we need to be able to secure the house before we can replace the door. And preferably secure the house with a knob we have a key for. It's falling out this side and he hasn't realized that yet. So that's almost how easy it is to take that off. Okay, so then the next step, you have this thing to deal with. How hard is that to get out of there, Levi? Ta-da, easy as it can be. Okay, how hard is this to put in?
It's incredibly hard to take out, but how easy is it to put in?
Wrong.
What?
It doesn't close because that plate isn't on there. Look at the plate on there and then look at the one in your hand.
The plate goes on the inside.
No, there isn't a plate, so we have to pull this plate off of here, or we could get a chisel and mortar that whole thing in, but we're not gonna do that. So this is not always super easy to get off as it falls off when I'm doing anything to it, but it just you kind of shimmy it and you can get it off. And that, it's best to have it, but since we're not dealing with it on this one, and we're replacing this door, I'm not gonna mortise this door to set that thing, but you could just get a chisel, draw a circle around this and chisel that out and then screw this in. But it isn't necessary with this project that we're doing. Also, these things are adjustable for size. So you need to make sure you're putting it in with the right, what's called back set. And we have the back set already set up on the other one. So is that the right back set, Levi?
No, it has to be all the way out.
And that's the right back set?
Yeah.
Like, wait, they're not exactly the same, but from the tip here to where the mechanism is the same, even if like this barrel is not exactly the same, and this has the bolt out, but that is the correct back set. So you just want to make sure that this mechanism that turns when maybe you're unaware, when turns this thing and draws that back. So all you're doing when you're turning the key is flipping this piece of metal inside there, and that operates that. So as long as that mechanism and this tip are lined up, then your back set is correct. And then and only then may you slide this in here.
Can I smack it?
You can smack it. So when this goes in, the cross piece, the member that needs to be on the bottom half, because that's how your lock is going to be set up. So you put that through like that.
Just like we showed you how
breezy, beautiful.
Just like we showed.
So you could use painter's tape. I will hold this and hold this, but if you don't hold that, that's gonna fall out. So you either need a second hand, or you need you could run painter's tape across that to hold it in place for you, but it's got to stay still while you put on this side. And that piece, show me that piece. Show me what the back side of that looks like. Has a slot for that piece to go in. You just slide it in there. And then you put the screws in. You may have to finagle a minute with the
drill.
With the thumb that like thumb key thing. Is it in your way? Or all you're doing is pushing against my hand.
Okay. Well, then we need the drill.
And you can tighten this if you go very slowly with a drill. It might be better to do it if you're not experienced with a drill and you're going backwards. It might be better to do it with a screwdriver. Just tighten it down a little bit and then get the other side before you fully tighten it. That other. So you want to get going. You want to get this thing to where you can start to feel it biting. There you go. And now that deadbolt should, it's real simple to replace a deadbolt. You just take out the parts that you were using and you put in new parts. And now we have a key to the lock that we can secure our house with, and we'll do the same thing with the handle. Keep going.
God.
Ta-da. So since this one goes down like this, we're gonna have a hole. But like I said, we gotta replace the door, but first we gotta be able to secure the house. So we're doing the doorknob, replacing the doorknob. I don't know if are you gonna get in there with that extender? You're gonna have to get a screwdriver or a different extension. Listen to your father. Ooh, he got one.
I just got the easy one.
I don't know if you're getting that one. Dad went to get him a screwdriver and kid got it while I was gone. So this is a neat apparatus, but we're not going to use it anymore because it malfunctioned and locked us out of the house. But okay, just use the screwdriver because you can get to it reliably with a screwdriver. It would help if you were not tightening it. Oh wait, no, Dad told you wrong.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm loosening it, mate.
So then,
that time you threw something on this one.
I'm throwing things at Levi. So the 9-volt battery died on us once. Okay.
That's how you test a 9-volt battery.
Ouch, it's good.
It's good.
It just tastes metallic. Okay, and then this should just, you're gonna have to unplug this thing, this cord right there. There's a, see that harness? Pull that harness apart. And this thing pulls through.
And then you just do the same thing that you do for the other one, taking it out.
Except this one might be a little harder to get out since Dad had to beat the door open. Oh, the whole back set came apart. Okay, so that isn't normally how you do it, but normally you're not dealing with a door that's kicked in.
And like we showed you before, there was no plate on that other one, so then we just take this plate off, make sure it's on
the wider back set.
Where? How do you switch the?
You twist it. Let me see it. Oh no. So the different back sets are set up here, and so you need to just I think this is already set up right. We'll see. So then that just slides in, and you want to make sure that, so this is at an angle, and you want to make sure that when you close your door, the outside of the door goes uphill. Because if it goes, no, that's wrong. I said that wrong. Yeah, no, that's right.
Because then the door won't shut. And then you just did that part for nothing. No, you gotta. I think I know the problem.
Look. So if your door's not broken, that should just slide in there fairly easily. If the door's broken, you might have to give it a little whacko with the drill, with the battery of your drill. Okay, so is this the inside or the outside? How do I know what's the inside and the outside of a door?
This one has a key on it, and this one just has a...
So do you open it with a key from the inside?
No.
Okay, so where does that piece go?
This one goes on the outside. And then if you put it in right... Good night.
Is that thing upside down or right side up? Look at your keyhole.
That is the same as
correct.
that one.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
And I think there's only one way this thing's gonna fit.
We might have to reset the back set. Yeah, because it shouldn't be that hard. Let me look at the back set. It is now. So this is the strike plate. And our deadbolt doesn't have a strike plate at all, so we need to grab that strike plate. I didn't even realize that.
So then we just put this here?
No, I'm sure the deadbolt had a strike plate as well. So
we
unscrew
this.
That one.
Then both. And then this just should come off pretty easily. And then you put this in.
And then you run the right color screws in there. And that's pretty easy, except for when you don't hold the thing in place and you let it jump out of place every time. If you don't have two hands and the trigger doesn't, that trigger does have settings where if you press it less hard, it doesn't go as fast. So you can, it's in the right place now. What are you doing?
It wasn't in the right place.
Okay.
It's like this.
Okay, go. There you go. Perfect.
Then you do another one.
Then you gotta get a strike plate for the deadbolt too. That trigger doesn't have to be pressed all the way. You don't hit the gas all the way to the floor every time. So this thing is for the shorter backs, the shorter back set. And so what you do is you push this in, and when you rattle that, it starts to move, but it's not gonna come all the way out. So you gotta kind of just pushing in the plunger, you pull that out. And now it's set up for the longer back set. This is like a filler for the shorter back set. And so if you need the longer back set, you don't need this thing. If you need the shorter back set, then this thing's already installed and you just pull it out. Okay. Okay. And that just slides in place. And
beautiful.
Again, you either need a second hand or you need some tape to hold that thing in place. And then you put the other side in. And you might have to flick the lock one way or the other to get the lock, get that to sit on there, right? Yeah, to get that to sit on there, right? And then who's coming down to say hi? Minnie Mouse or Evelyn? Or Minnie Evelyn Mouse?
We can't tell.
Something. So those screws, it's a little bit hard to find the hole. It just kind of takes some finessing and a little looking through the hole, and these are hard to do. I would not recommend doing these screws with a drill because it's just hard to get something in there that isn't going to bust up the paint because of the angle. So you have a hand screwdriver right there beside of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get it in?
Nope.
Because the angle is weird, so you can't. The angle is weird, so you can't like get to it with a screwdriver, with a drill, very easily at all. Yep, that's in there tight enough. I would get the other one set before I tighten them both down. And then you gotta find the other hole. Finding the right spot on this is very difficult.
But now,
but you want to do one most of the way, and then let it be a little bit loose, so you have a little bit of play doing the other side, and your magnetic screwdriver is moving your screw around for you, and you're not even set. Okay. And like I said, I would always recommend doing this step with a manual screwdriver, not a drill, because all you're going to do is scratch stuff up and get frustrated unless you have a really big extension, a skinny extension on your drill.
If you're lucky enough to have that really big good extension.
Okay, tighten it up. Can it get any tighter?
I thought I had it all the tight it would go.
Nope, you're getting lots more turns. There you go. Now that's tight. That's probably all the tight it's going to go. Oh, there we go. All right.
You know,
show your work.
You close the door, you turn the handle. That handle isn't. That's too tight.
It's just.
It's just not loose yet.
Yeah, it's just.
That didn't sound good.
You left screws in the floor. That's what you were hearing. So you can lock the deadbolt. You can lock the passage knob. You could lock Dad out. We didn't do a strike plate up here yet. Get the strike plate for the deadbolt. And so for the first time in 2 years, we have a keyed passage, deadbolt, and knob that we have a key for. And mostly I just wanted to show Levi how that was done, and I thought I'd show you guys too how I coach him through that. And in case you need to replace the deadbolt, now you know. It's deadbolt and knob. It's not too much to do. He's 11, and with a little bit of coaching, he got it. If you read the instructions, you'd get it. Pretty easy stuff, but important for a young man to figure out with Dad standing there before he has to figure it out for himself for the first time. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the links in the bottom. My eBay store, Mercari, whatnot, and my other reselling channel. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all the things that you do. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.